If you're inviting over the captain of the cheer team for a date, then don't get her Doritos. Hey, do you know what sucks? Scripting videos. So do you know what I'm not going to do anymore is script videos. Today, we are going to talk about the stupidest thing that you can do on a first date. Trust me, as I said in the last video, I've got experience. Also, I'm sick of the shirt mics because apparently they don't pick up audio as well. So instead of doing a spatula, I'm just going to do this because at the moment I don't have a spatula. There we go. Brilliant. The bed's a mess, but she was comfy about 2 seconds ago and I didn't want to move her. But now she seems to not want to be here now that I turned on a camera. So, sorry, I guess she's sensitive about her privacy. Okay, fine, leave. But before we get started, I'm gonna be like every single other annoying YouTuber in the world and ask you to please subscribe. It's not that hard, it's right there, and I'm trying to beat my friend because he got 90,000 once, and I want to beat him very bad. Just click the button, man. Maybe it's over here. I don't know. Not like beat him. I just want to do better than him because he brags about it a lot. Oh, right. Here we go. Just make sure you're subscribed. Okay? Cool. Then drop a like if you like this. You know what? Actually, I don't think it matters. You can do whatever you want. What is the worst thing you can do on a first date? The answer is take them to the movies. That sounds like a joke. It's not. See, while many movies and television shows would have you believe that a movie date is actually the perfect first date, chords, it's not. It's really not. But first, let's discuss why people think that the movies is the best place to do a first date. And the answer is social interaction. That is stupid. See, going to the movies as a first date, number one, proves that you're really bad at holding a conversation, which isn't bad, but the point of a date is to get better at it. If you go to the movies, the entire time, you will not talk to them. You will be sitting next to them, maybe inching your hand over very shyly and very carefully, and maybe getting your sweaty palm in hers, or theirs, or its, I don't know. And that is the most social interaction you will get from that experience. If you go to the movies before you've gotten a chance to know each other, or before you've even had your first kiss, that'll be important later, then you won't get a chance to interact with her. You won't get a chance for her to remember the date, okay? If you go to the movies, all she's gonna remember is probably the awful movie that you went to see. See, the whole point of a date is getting to know that person. The whole point of a date is seeing if you're compatible with them. How can you do that if you're not talking to them? Read my lips, talking to them. So if a movie isn't the best first date, then what is? Literally anything else. Any other thing you do will have you talking to them, okay? Maybe a dinner is too formal for you, I get that. Then invite them to a shopping center or a mall. Do those exist anymore? Invite them to a place where you can walk around, maybe get food, or if you're broke, just skip the food altogether, or bring them Doritos. They'll think it's cute. I'm kidding. That was a bad idea. It depends on who it is, okay? If you're inviting over the captain of the cheer team for a date, then don't get her Doritos. Or a lake. Okay, honestly, that's probably the number one date choice for me, at least. If I were to take a girl or a guy out on a date, a girl for me, that sounded... If I were to take a girl out on a date, I would invite them over to the lake. I would probably walk around and just talk to them. I actually did that once, and it turned out pretty well. It was the second girl that I ever dated. We walked around the lake, and we talked, and it was fun. And then we sat on a bench, and she put her head on my shoulder. That was it. It was simplistic, but it was beautiful, okay? I'm pretty sure she's had plenty of other amazing dates since then, because she left me for a taller dude with curly hair. But you know what? I am happy with the time that I got to spend with her. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that she left me, because she's a stoner now. Or at least that's what I've heard. Honestly, I don't care if it's true or not. She's a terrible person. Anyways, now the chief argument might be I actually know this person. They're my friend, and this is the first time that she's unfriend-zoned me, and she's letting me ask her out on a date. That's worse. Maybe, just maybe you could have a fun time if you're both making fun of the movie, you're talking to her the whole time, but, you know, you better sit in the back or else people are gonna tell you to shut up the whole time. Or you could be that annoying kid that keeps on poking her and going, hey, look at that scene, that was funny, right? And then she'll be like, oh yeah, I wanna die. The only time, I repeat, the only time you should go on a movie date with somebody is if you've already had your first kiss. Actually, if you've already gone a little further than your first kiss, like making out. Yeah, just making out. I repeat, you do not want to go to the movies unless you've already had their tongue down your throat. That was a joke, mostly. See, the movie theater is a great place to make out. That's literally it. Or if you already have a substantial relationship and you don't need to talk to have a good time, because there is a certain point in a relationship that you can get to where you can just be with each other and it's fine. There are some couples that can literally just sit and feel happy with the partner that they have. You know, sitting on a couch or sleeping or something like that. But that doesn't come for at least 4 months in, or even longer for some couples. There's some that moment never comes though, and they have to constantly fill the void with words. Like me. Talking is just a painful habit. But for real, if you invite her to a place where you can just walk around and talk the whole time, then it creates a bond, it creates a connection, and therefore it'll open up date 2. There are a few other terrible things that you can do on a first date, but just don't go to the movies, please. Just trust me, okay? Now the second worst thing that you can do on any first date with a woman is try to kiss her, especially at the beginning. Usually I would say it's a bad idea to kiss at all on a first date. Friendly touching and stuff is fine, usually on the hands, maybe sometimes on the shoulders, that is it. Nothing else. Look at me. Look at me. No. Definitely not. But specifically, kissing, especially at the beginning of a date, will set the tone for the rest of it. If you try to kiss them hello, and they maneuver their way to a hug, or the more likely case, if it's your first time meeting them, they back their head away like this, you're kind of screwed. For the entire rest of the date, you're going to be regretting that one moment. And you know what? Some people even try to apologize for it and just put it out in the open, which sounds brave, but honestly, it's just a painful conversation to have, okay? I haven't tried it. I'm a lot cooler than that, but I know people that have had to live with that for the rest of their lives, honestly. Like, they're probably 17 now, and they just been in their head forever. Do you really want to be 18 and still remembering that time when you were 14 and you tried kissing a girl for the first time? And she dodged it? The absolute most that you could do on a first date is maybe kiss her at the very end. No tongue. Believe me, no tongue. Literally, all that'll do is get them to push you away, run away screaming, and they might even drive their car into a tree, and it'll be your fault. It'll be on your conscience for the rest of your life. Do you want that? Oh, I'm out of breath. And the third worst thing that you can possibly do on a first date is try to be someone you're not. Okay, I know I sound like your parents or grandparents or somebody in a movie that when I'm saying that, but it's true. If you're playing for the short game, then sure. Maybe you could pretend to be like some cool football player, or you could pretend to be daring, or maybe you could pay your friend to pretend to rob her, and then you could go and beat him up and get her purse back and act like her hero. Oh, that was a joke. Please don't do that. The point of a first date is to get to know them. I've said that 8 times, but I'm gonna keep saying it. The point of a first date is to connect, have a relationship. You can't do that if you're pretending to be an entirely different person in the world, okay? But one way or another, they're gonna find out. And if they don't, then congratulations, you're gonna have to uphold an act for the rest of your life. If they're worth it to you, then fine, be like that. I don't care, man. I'm happy for you, but really, do you want that? What have we learned here today? First thing, don't do a movie. Second thing, don't go for a kiss or any kind of social interaction that is way too far. Third thing, don't try to be someone you're not. If you follow these 3 rules for success, then I guarantee you'll have at least one good date with them, okay? Don't be too creepy and ask her all these painful questions and act like your grandparents. No, you have to be calm and maybe a little funny and charming or whatever your personality traits are. I'm not going to tell you how to date a woman. You should probably learn that for yourself. It's different for everyone. Listen to me. Make sure that you are calm, collected, and you don't do anything stupid. Oh, I'm thirsty. I'm not going to lie, this video is probably really short, and that's for a reason. These things popped into my head when I was writing another video, which is the things that you should do when you first get on a date with somebody or when you first meet somebody. In fact, that video will be right here. How about that? This video is what you absolutely should do on a first date. I mean, you don't have to follow it like a Bible, but I mean, it worked for me, and I've had like 8 girlfriends. That's not a good thing. I'm a man whore. Anyways, that's it for me. If you enjoyed them, please just button, man. Anyways, my name is Danno. This has been me yelling at a camera for 30 minutes, and I'm probably gonna go play Sea of Thieves.